Oh goodness. I know I've been out for a while, but hey, all I gotta say is I've just been busy as a bee. Sorry for the long wait, but I could not let this opportunity pass by because I was going to talk about what had happened on the college admission scams and so much stuff that has come out. And there's going to be profanity in this video, so a little warning and also a warning in the description box. And I know some folks out there wondering who is this woman in the picture. That would be Yusu Zhao, or aka known as Molly Zhao. Looks like she and her family are also or now being listed, being in the college admission scams. And then it turns out, apparently, from what sources say, it's not only just her, but so far, for like folks from within our community, they said that have paid a lot of money to get their kids to cheat their way into college. As I said, have been like not only like people, the faces of the college scandal have been white, but also they said the ones who paid the most money um have been Asian, Chinese in particular. So just goes to show. All I gotta say is I've noticed like the mainstream media has been focusing more on her and the Asian community about within this college scandal. And all I gotta say is to the Asian community who's participated in doing white supremacy and anti-black racism's dirty work, y'all about to get that wake-up call. So you think you cheating, you shitting on black people, and all this horrible stuff. Guess what? It's gonna come back to bite you. So I got one article that had a lot of information about her and this case, and there was another woman that was involved. Her name was Sherry Gao, but I'll post a link below. But I will read one article. It's kind of short. I mean, it has a little bit of info, short and brief, but I'll post the ones with the which has a lot of information and juicy info, and also a little something that came out, especially UCLA is also in some deep doo doo as well in this college admission scam. Hmm. Well, let's get started, shall we? Chinese family revealed as clients who paid $6.5 million dollars in admission scandal in report. Since the day federal authorities revealed the celebrities and wealthy parents shelled hundreds of thousands of dollars to get their children to into elite universities as part of a nationwide college admission scandal or scam, the identity of the family who paid the ringleader, William Rick Singer, $6.5 million dollars to get their child into Stanford University remained a mystery until now. Yusa Zhao was admitted to Stanford in 2017 after her family, who live in the Chinese capital of Beijing, paid Singer, who has since pleaded guilty in the scheme, to gain admission to private California University, the Los Angeles Times reported, citing sources familiar with the case. As the federal authorities announced the March charges against 50 people, including actresses Felicity Huffman, aka the actress from The Desperate Housewives, and Lori Loughlin, who, aka Aunt Betty from Full House, for their involvement in the bribery scheme. Authorities revealed one parent paid $6.5 million, did not identify Zhao's family as those who paid Singer, but neither she nor the parents have been charged in the case. But it's unclear if they are being investigated at this time, which I'm pretty sure they are. So Zhao is no longer attends Stanford after the school rescinded her admission in April. In the same month, Zhao appeared to have attended the conference hosted by the Princeton U.S. China Coalition in her bio program. Oh boy, looks like they're probably going to get investigated too. So Zhao was described as a sophomore at Stanford who hoped to major psychology and East Asian studies. So, in quote, she hopes to be involved in Chinese government in the future and is willing to learn about the Sino-U.S. relationship, but she is currently on the committee formed for Chinese American exchange organizations events related to U.S. and China's kind of relationship on campus, the buyer stated. Well, looks like that's out the window now, huh? Zhao's family sought out Singer's help after financial advisor for Morgan Stanley, identified as Michael Wu, reports introduced them. Okay, he's getting investigated too. A spokesperson for the company said in the statements to the Los Angeles Times that Wu was fired from his position and chances are going to get investigated. Okay, in quote, Wu was terminated for not cooperating with internal investigation into the college admission scandal. Oh boy, we are cooperating with authorities. With the spokeswoman said, "Oh shit." Singer tried to get Zhao admitted to the Stanford by painting her as a potential recruit for the university sailing team and creating a fake profile for her, complete with sailing achievements she never earned. Oh yeah, that's what they did with Lori Loughlin's daughter. One thing was Olivia Loughlin. Yeah, and Isabella. Yeah, so she wasn't recruited for the sailing team, but the fake profile ultimately helped her gain admission. The New York Times reported that Singer then made 500,000 donations to the sailing program, and John Vandermoor, the former sailing coach, who pleaded guilty to the conspiracy of to commit racketeering, reportedly did not help Zhao in a material way, but accepted the money from Singer to the program in exchange for open spots for the team. So at least 14 parents, including Huffman, have agreed to plead guilty and fraud charges, while 19 others, including Laughlin and her fashion designer husband Mosimo Giannulli, are disputing allegations. Federal prosecutors have reportedly said more people are expected to be charged in the bribery scheme, oh, most definitely. And in quote, you can rest assured that there is going to be a new wave of indictments, said former federal prosecutor Bradley Simon. They need so many cooperators for existing cases, but what seems to me is that individuals who are cooperating are helping the government to make new cases. Hoo wee. Mm-mm-mm. So much stuff is coming out. And then like there was also like an article I said, I mean, like I said, I've got like a bunch of articles that I can just post a link, but also like what I want to mention, I will post an article about that I mentioned about UCLA is also in deep doo doo in this college admission scam, because apparently that I said don't be too surprised. Mainstream media is going to try to shift blame. Like like I said, most of the faces we've seen who have been caught up in the scandal have a lot of them been white, and now with the Yusa Molly Zhao and Sherry Gao and other families out there that it turns out which they paid the most money. Like with her family, they paid the most money. They paid like I think like $6.5 million, and then with Sherry Gao, I think it was like three. I think 3.1. I'm like just about $3 million less than Molly's family did that are getting caught up in the scandal. So all I gotta say is, don't be surprised. They're gonna shift blame on you guys. They're gonna shift blame on the Asian community on this one. But you know what? This should be like, I mean, those who have adopted white supremacy and anti-black racism mentality and doing white supremacy and anti-black racism's dirty work, and like thinking, guess what? This is gonna come back to bite you. So you know what? So folks out there who had this mentality, thinking like, oh, like if you, like that this just goes to show that the people who said like, oh, black people they lie, they cheat and whatnot, all the negative stuff that's been said about black people is all that is just nothing but projection of what they're guilty of. Because with black people, we can't even afford to cheat. I mean, and plus, and we're always constantly under a freaking microscope. I mean, yes, there's good and bad within our community. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, with stuff like this, you're not gonna find it, because we can't afford it. And plus, and if, like I said, if you guys did like there was a case like that, mainstream media would be having a field day with this. Like I'm telling you. But all I can say is, and then also now then to the people out there who are thinking like, oh, I can't get into, and also then plus the very same people who are talking about we got to get rid of affirmative action and shit like that because oh, it's black people getting to school. I'm like, long story short, most a lot of the times black people get into these schools, they got it fair and fucking square. That's the difference. At least black people actually study their fucking asses off. Oh yeah, that's right. You say we don't work hard when the truth is we actually do, and history's also actually proved it as well, which but go fucking figure. Go fucking figure. I mean, it's just like all the money you got, you could have at least hired a fucking tutor. I mean, but now, but you know what? Karma's a real muscle bound bitch. You know, yeah, like all the people who participate in doing this demonic system's dirty work, y'all are getting exposed, and rightfully the fuck so. And then hopefully a lot of people will wake up and realize that they won't fall for the lies and bullshit and all the negative such stuff you said about us. Because I already covered a story like that like like I did on my last video about those three black kids who made it, and there's many. And no, and trust me, they're not the only three. There's many more out there who actually busted their ass. So yeah, that got into these colleges. So those who complain about they could they couldn't get into the school because of a black student like a black student stole their spot. No, chances are the reason why your asses didn't get into that spot because someone white, well now someone who's now so-called Asian is got to stole that's rich that stole that spot from you. So you can't blame black people on this one. None at all. And I'm gonna be keeping an eye on this case, but I'm just all I gotta say is but I know as mainstream media is kind of focusing more about her and Sherry Gao and oh yeah, then about UCLA, which I was going to mention. Turns out there was a ring that was exposed that was also cheating people in, and it happened around the same time this college admission scam kicked in. But now, now that she and her family got exposed, now they're bringing it up, which I'll post a link below. So, and if you want more information about Molly Zhao and this family, I will post articles that will give you more information. I could have read those articles, but I can only go 15 minutes on this video. So all I gotta say is, yeah, to the Asian community who participate doing white supremacy, anti-black racism's dirty work, y'all about to get that wake-up call. And for those of you who don't roll like that, you gotta call this shit out. You gotta call those who do this system's dirty work, think they're gonna gain something. Well, now you realize y'all ain't gonna gain shit from doing the devil's dirty work. And you know what? The black people warned you. They told you. And hold your own nuts. That's all I gotta say. And I will keep my eye on the college admission scam and give you more updates of what more juicy stuff that's going to pop up, which I'm going to fucking enjoy and indulge. So I'm out. Au revoir. So comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think.